News Talk 820 WBAP and now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset. 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. This is the Chris Crock Show. And we have been given a gift. We as a people have been given a precious gift. And tonight I, as a radio talk show host, a veteran, a grizzled veteran, 14 years in DFW as of Easter Sunday weekend, and 25 or 28. I stopped counting. I'm so old, but I'm not as old as Joe Biden. But I'm getting there. But the point of the matter is, they have blessed us so much with this complete bastardization of what Donald Trump said about there's going to be a bloodbath if the Chinese Communist parties get their way with the... Actually, no, he started out by saying the bloodbath stuff that the Chinese Communist Party, I have a message for you, President Xi. All those factories you're building in Mexico to build your pathetic infiltrated electric cars to put up on our between our shores. No, it's not going to happen. You're going to lose everything. I'm going to get elected and I'm going to ruin it. It's going to be a bloodbath in this country if I don't get elected for our auto manufacturers, as far as the employees, those union members, and they know it, and he's right. And so he said the word bloodbath. It had nothing to do with human beings. It had everything to do with if he doesn't get elected, the auto industry there'll be a bloodbath, and the employees will be slashed and thrown out, as they know. And the auto workers know what he said. And we know what he said, and the media knows what he said, and Joe Biden and everybody on his staff knows what he said. But they heard him say the word bloodbath. And so in an amazing cue, like trained dogs, well-trained dogs, we were given their command from Orange Man, and they followed his orders. And the orders are, listen closer to me, take what I say out of context, make me look like Hitler, and then the last part of that, the equation is I am elected president. And they did it. And so today we are blessed with a story to talk about on the Chris Crock Show and on every talk show today on News Talk 820 WBAP and in every talk show in America. And even beyond the walls or the borders or the shores of our country, all over the world they're talking about this. And most everybody knows the truth. About probably 90 to 98% of everybody knows the truth, but it doesn't matter. The charade, as the Brits would say it, has begun, and the fun is beginning for us. And so we have the media saying that Donald Trump says if I don't get elected, there's going to be a bloodbath. All these people in this country are going to be slaughtered, supposedly, when he didn't say it. The America knows he didn't say it. The media knows he didn't say it. And the Democrats and Joe Biden know he didn't say it. But, and I'll share the details on this a little bit later with this as we discuss this, Democrats are in a panic. And it's tremendous, the evidencia that I have on that shows how they're in a panic, and even Joe now knows he's going to lose. And so they're left with going back to the only thing they know, like a dog, going back to its vomit, or, a poor, tired out, old, worn out comedian going back to the old material he did. Be like Andrew Dice Clay trying to make it again and going back to nothing but raunchy material again, right? Oh, we're surprised at that, right? Oh, really? Wow. So this is amusing. But what it's doing is, in addition to the 91 prosecutions designed to lock Donald Trump up for beyond until death, the rest of his life, no matter how long he lives, in states all over the country, strategically put in liberal Democrat states and liberal Democrat districts, a witch's brew of local and national and federal cases. They also have this other front, which is listen to Orange Man very carefully, even though you pretend like you don't ever listen to him. Listen closely, and when he says anything, even though it's not bad or, wrong or negative, when you hear a word that you can use, pull it out of context and just go nuts on it. And go, ah! And so they've done that. The barking seals on cue have done that. The Biden administration, which is kind of the Obama administration, really, the Biden administration has taken this and put together an ad already that I'm going to play for you. Coming up next at 8:15 on the Chris Crock Show, News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Here's a media montage of them saying how horrifying this is, that Trump did say it's a bloodbath, and oh my gosh.
I mean, what I heard was a continuation of the same rhetoric, the same endorsement of political violence that we've seen from Donald Trump.
He's even predicting a bloodbath. What does that mean? He's going to exact a bloodbath?
It's just bullshit. He knew what he was doing. We're not stupid. Americans aren't stupid.
So he says his bloodbath comment was referring to the auto industry. That's not how it sounded to me.
It's not some meandering off-message comment. This is his message.
A major party candidate is saying, you elect me, there's going to be dictatorship, bloodbath, violence, retribution against my political enemies. That equals what we saw in Italy and Germany and other places.
Not taking it out of context, because the context is his history and his life.
So there you go. He's convicted, and he's saying that everybody's going to be slaughtered if he doesn't get the presidency. All right, got it? Okay. My question for you, and I'll play what he said in a second, because I really don't think you need to hear it for the 20th time today, but I'm going to play it because it's important in case you haven't heard it. Maybe you've been living under a rock. Maybe you just flew in on a direct flight from Uzbekistan. Maybe you were herding goats in Uzbekistan and you couldn't pick up the internet there. Maybe you're the only person who was in a containment facility today, a skiff maybe, and you couldn't hear anything. If you're one of those people, I'll play it for you in a second. But he did start it out by saying, if you're listening, President Xi, you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal. Those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, you're going to now hire Americans and you're going to sell all the cars to us. No, we're going to put 100% tariff on every single vehicle across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars if I get elected. And here's a little bit more continuing on of that. I'll play it even right now. But, hey, I want to say that our number is 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. I want to hear from you right now. Right now, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. We just lined up all the phone lines are now wide open for you. My questions on this are manifold, but they're all warranted. Do you believe the press and the Democrats are lying when they say Trump said there would be a bloodbath if he's not elected in November? Why do you think the media and the Democrats are lying about this? And do you think the American people already know the truth about this and know what Trump said? And will this actually help Trump get elected or hurt him? Which way? Our number is wide open for you at 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. The critical question is, the average people out there, are they aware of what the truth is in this? Do you think they are? And why the media and the Democrats and Joe Biden are doing this? Here's the full context continuing with the transcript, but here's the rest of what President Donald J. Trump said. Here it goes.
We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars.
Okay, so he's obviously talking about cars, and I added in the part, if you're listening, President G, you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, da-da-da-da. So that's how the bloodbath is going to happen because of all these things. So here's the question again. Lines wide open, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Do you believe the press and Democrats are lying when they say Trump said there would be a bloodbath if he's not elected in November? Why do you think the media and the Democrats are lying about this, making this up, you know? And do you think the American people already know the truth about what Trump said? And will this help Trump get elected again or hurt him? 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. Get ready to laugh or cry when you hear the Joe Biden campaign already released today. He's already got it. It's ominous music. It's terrifying, and Trump's going to kill everybody if he wins. If he doesn't win. Okay, stand by. Get your apocalypse kits ready, because if Orange Man somehow loses, it's going to be a bloodbath, they say, he says, right? Okay, stand by. I want to hear your reaction on that next.
I mean, what I heard was a continuation of the same rhetoric, the same endorsement of political violence that we've seen from Donald Trump.
He's even predicting a bloodbath. What does that mean? He's going to exact a bloodbath?
It's just bullshit. He knew what he was doing. We're not stupid. Americans aren't stupid.
So he says his bloodbath comment was referring to the auto industry. That's not how it sounded to me.
It's not some meandering off-message comment. This is his message.
A major party candidate is saying, you elect me, there's going to be dictatorship, bloodbath, violence, retribution against my political enemies. That equals what we saw in Italy and Germany and other places.
Not taking it out of context, because the context is his history and his life.
This is real, and I'm grateful that our media has caught this. I'm grateful that Joe Biden is telling us that this man's going to kill us all if he doesn't get reelected. It's amazing, right? Aren't you glad? Isn't it great? You know, when you realize what Trump would do what will do if he doesn't get reelected. Yeah, so I'm having trouble sleeping after he said that. Okay, so the questions I have for you are: do you believe the press and the Democrats are lying when they say Trump said there would be a bloodbath if he's not elected in November? And why do you think the media and Democrats are lying about this? Do you think that American people know the truth about what Trump said? And will this help Trump get elected or hurt him? 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227 on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. You should make that a preset, by the way. I don't know. I pray to God the people that of America know this is BS and fake. My buddy who Rush used to quote all the time, he was on our show last week, Eric Erickson, writes a great column every day. And one of the ones he wrote today about this was worth quoting a few things, which I'll share with you coming up next. But I hope the American people are done with this. Everybody says they are. I think they are. And I think this is going to help Trump get elected. I don't think this is going to hurt him at all. I think this is totally going to get Trump elected. I feel sorry for the leftists, like some in my family who I love, who actually think this is real and like watched fake news today and saw this and went, oh my gosh, he's going to kill us. Oh, honey. The suburban and metropolitan, wealthy, or high middle class liberal white women going, oh my gosh, oh honey, we better get ready. Oh, we're gonna have to buy a second house now. Oh, they're gonna kill us like in Rwanda. Oh, do you realize there's mentally ill people and foolish, woke, leftist, well-off, white liberal women who actually think this is real? Like they think Trump's going to kill them if he loses. So wait a minute. So this means that you have to let him win then, right? Otherwise he'll kill you. This is hurting Democrats either way, because most people don't believe this. They know this is such a lie, and it's funny based on their lies. It's like, oh my gosh, these people. So it's going to make them want to vote for him, and the ones that doesn't then have to believe that you have to elect Trump, otherwise he'll kill us all. I don't know. I guess either way Trump wins, right? I think this is going to backfire like the old way it did, and I think this is Trump's secret sauce to getting reelected. And I think this is so fun. I'm not mad. How could you get mad at this? This is a buffoonery. This is somebody be clowning themselves. All right, we have 3 lines open. We're going to take Suzanne right out of the box coming up next. And my questions for you are, do you believe the press and Democrats are lying when they say Trump said there would be a bloodbath if he's not elected in November? Why do you, if this is true, we got to lock him up now. Don't even let the election happen. Lock him up. Ah! I mean, seriously, you got to lock him up now. He's trying to kill us all. 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. 3 lines open. And Suzanne, you're first out of the box out of Dallas. Coming up next on the Chris Crock Show, News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM 93.3. Make it a preset.
But as Politico.com reports tonight on the, quote, bloodbath at the RNC.
As part of the, quote, MAGA drive to take over Maricopa County. And the headline refers to it as an impending bloodbath.
The midterm elections may not be the bloodbath for Democrats that's been predicted.
Joe Biden was just talking the other day about, his concerns about a negative bloodbath.
It's going to be a bloodbath in November.
It would be a bloodbath.
They could see a bloodbath, too.
A bloodbath at the ballot box.
The Republican Party will be destroyed. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Well, it is okay when Democrats and media people that are, of course, liberal Democrat media people, it's okay when they say bloodbath and they use it and they talk about it in a political term. But Donald J. Trump says it, and obviously what happens is he says he's going to kill all of us. If he doesn't win in November, he's going to kill us all. That's what he said, according to NBC News, according to all of them that are bankrupt, which is most of them. And then the Biden campaign loves this because this old decrepit man needs everything. So I played the commercial with ominous music. Trump will kill us all. You're going to be slaughtered. And apparently the Biden Justice Department won't be able to stop it. Because they're like, he's going to kill you. By the way, I'm stealing a joke from my friend Eric Erickson. Trump tells jokes too. You know that? Trump tells jokes. And you know who else told jokes? Hitler. Okay? So you need to take this seriously. Okay? Trump wears a sport coat and wears a red tie. You know who else had worn a sport coat? Hitler. You seeing all this now? It's obviously the same. They're one and the same. Okay? All right. We got 2 lines open, 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Either we vote for him or he's going to kill us. That's what they're telling us. And obviously, NBC News headline says Trump says there will be a bloodbath if he loses the election. And then the first sentence in the story, former President Donald Trump vowed on Saturday there will be a bloodbath if he's not reelected in November. Wow. All right, guys, what do we do here? Do you believe the press and Democrats are lying when they say Trump said there will be a bloodbath if he's not elected in November? Why do you think the media and Democrats are lying about this? And do you think the American people know the truth about what Trump said? Will this help Trump get elected again or hurt him, you think? All right, let's go to Suzanne in Dallas. You're live on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Make that a preset, by the way. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi there, Chris. Oh, my gosh, I still adore you. You're my favorite talk show host.
Oh, man, massive hug from you.
Yeah.
From me to you. I'm sorry, massive hug to you from me from downtown Dallas where our studios are. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and I'm in Dallas, and I'm flat on my back, sick for the last 3 days. But I have listened to talk radio all day, and 3 of the biggest, during the day, they play just like you play, all the Democrats talking about, what Trump said about the bloodbath. They all said it's going to be a bloodbath if we elect Trump. And then, doggone it, if I did not hear Biden say it himself, how that if we elect President Trump, again, it's going to be a bloodbath just because of him. I mean, this is absurd. They can do it. It's like we can do it. But whenever he uses it as an automobile, when he's definitely the sequences for automobiles, which I completely agree with. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm so mad. I can't even talk, Chris.
I don't blame you. So, I mean, do you think, first of all, do you think President Trump will kill us all if he doesn't get reelected
oh, goodness gracious. No, I think that probably Biden is going to. Slowly, it seems like he's trying to do it. But, oh my gosh.
Okay, and then sorry, go ahead.
He's the one who said that if we elect Trump, it'll be a bloodbath. because of Trump. I mean, because of Trump. Trump is talking about automobiles. I mean, come on.
Right. Now, here's the other thing. Why do you think the Democrats and the media are lying about this? As you know and I know.
Well, I know. They're just trying to, keep everybody from voting for Trump.
Yes, just like they did in 2016, for example. And the next question is critical to follow up on what you just said. Do you think that American people know the truth about what Trump really said? And do you think this will actually help him get reelected or not?
No, they don't know that. They don't know the truth. That's what's so scary. I think most people completely live, in the blue, like I used to do. And then I woke up, and I'm awake, rather. And I was just like, what in the world? Over the last, 7 or 8 years, I just can't even believe what people don't understand. They don't understand. They listen to that same old media all the time.
So do you think that people have figured it out by now? Because they've seen them lie about this for years. I mean, do you think this will actually help him get reelected in the end or hurt him?
I think this is going to really hurt him. But I think that Trump is going to come out on top somehow, because people have to realize, I don't know, I just heard so many of those voices saying the same thing, the Democrats saying the
You're
same
being
thing
told.
about Trump.
You're being told what to think. And so if you don't follow them, then something's wrong with you. That's what the whole thing is. You are a great caller, Suzanne. I look forward to your next one. Don't stop calling. You're fantastic. Let's go to Michael in Fort Worth. You're live on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset.
Well, they don't have anything else to run on unless I go back to the old talk about abortion, because they can't run on his record. He has nothing to run on. They know how things were so much better at least 4 years ago when Trump was still in. And so when they talk about a bloodbath, they don't realize that some of the American people realize when Biden and some of the newscasters back in the early 90s were using the word bloodbath. So I played those actually said it first.
Yes, and I played the montage that has happened in the past, within the past month or two or three, right there. That montage of media people who's saying it over and over again. So it's in some of them recently, as a week or so ago, but they're pretending like they never said it. So I think you're right. The Democrats are panicked. And thank you for your call, Michael in Fort Worth. We have 4 lines open now at 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. The Democrats panic. I'm going to give you all the details on this coming up next about why they're doing this, and the media is panicked because they're the media. The media is an extension of the Democrat Party, as we all know. So Biden's losing, and he's going to lose as of right now, all indications, tremendously. So they're all grabbing this to pretend like it's real, and that's their desperation because they're that desperate. Jerry and McKinney, you're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Hello, Jerry.
Hey, thanks for bringing me on. A few things that a lot of people just simply aren't understanding what's going on. What President Trump was referring to as a bloodbath, there will be if he doesn't get elected. It's going to be a bloodbath in the employment sector. It's going to be a bloodbath in the country sector. Our country is most likely going to be totally gone. And it's not he's going to take anybody out, but the sorry Biden and Obama bunch, along with the rest of their Muslim liberals, are going to be something like that. The thing that's what's happening at this point, that we got too many people aren't standing in the way. President Trump's the only thing between us and loss. He was the only one standing between us in 2016, and our own people didn't stand up and help him for 2 years. He had to do everything he did in 4 years all by himself, and he did one marvelous job. If they can't stand the fact that he can kick their butt by just working because he knows what to do. They do not know what to do, and in the ones of them that do know, they're not going to do it because it might help somebody. And the bottom line is his whole agenda is to make America greater, bigger, and stronger. And until everybody wakes up to that effect and quit worrying about these sorry idiots that are on CNN and all these dumb Democrats, because there's not a good one in the bunch, I coined a phrase for them back in 2016. And as far as I'm concerned, it still stands, and that's Dumbcrats.
Well, let me.
DUMB-CRATS.
Yes. Do you actually think, real quick, because we got to go here. We got to go here, but real quick. We got to go, but make this real quick. Do you actually think the American people believe that he really said there's going to be a bloodbath if he doesn't get reelected? And do you actually think the media believe that too, and the Democrats do, or do you think they're just pretending he did so they can hurt him overall?
No, he said it was going to be that.
No, I didn't ask you that. No, I didn't ask you that. Hello. I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you think the media, the Democrats, actually believe that Trump said that. Do you actually think they believe he said that?
No, they're lying.
Okay,
they always do.
All right. Number two, do you think the American people believe that he said that? Do you think they're actually believing this spoon-fed stuff that he said he's going to kill everybody if he's not?
Smart ones understand just what I'm saying.
What percentage of Americans do you think know that?
Well, I think probably 75% understand that we're on Trump's side and he's standing for us. The other 25% don't know where they are.
Okay. Appreciate your call, man. Thank you very much for that analysis. We've got lines wide open for you right now at 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Why are the Democrats and media doing this? And why is Joe Biden already running campaign ads with this, saying that Trump said he's going to kill everybody, with ominous music, which I'll play for you again because it's such a treat to listen to? Because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to lay it out real simply why, and it's because they're panicked that they're not going to win the election, so they're desperate to grab at anything. But it's really bad news. I'm going to give you the details on that coming up next on the Chris Crock Show, plus your call. Chime in right now. Line's wide open. Do you believe the press and Democrats are lying when they said Trump said there would actually be a bloodbath if he's not elected in November? And why do you think the media and Democrats are lying about this? And do you think the American people know the truth about what Trump said? And will this help Trump get elected in the end or hurt him? That's next on the Chris Crock Show at 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227 on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. 3 lines open. Chime in right now. This is why they're doing this, is because, and it's hysterical, and it's going to help Trump, because they're losing ground to Trump in Georgia and Michigan. My buddy Eric Erickson writing this today, those are the second and third most electoral college votes in the entire swing states. Trump's winning in those. The divisive State of the Union speech by Biden, approval rating was drawn down even lower because of his divisive speech to low at 38%, historically low. NBC notes that Biden's approval rating is below right now the past 3 presidents, Trump, H.W. Bush, and Jimmy Carter, who went on to lose their re-election bid. He's over. He's done, and he knows it. So this is the plan. Dude, we got to do anything. We got to make stuff up. Call Trump a murderer. I mean, he's going to kill us all. Duck, hide. He's killing us. Dozens of elected and unelected Democrats, my buddy wrote, told NBC the frustration is rippling through the party as President Biden has paralyzed his staff by second-guessing his communication strategies and travel plans. The primary source of tension results from a White House staff who seek to protect their gaffe-prone commander-in-chief and a president who deems their safeguards as antithetical to his nature. So here's why they're doing it. They're screwed. He's going to lose. All right, Rob in Columbus, Ohio. You're live on News Talk 820 WBAP and now on FM at 93.3.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Thanks for taking my call. And you said it perfectly, because I am still trying to figure out, what in the world has Biden ever done for anyone? Well, I'll tell you what, taxes went up, rent has went up, utilities went up, but you know what? We have no more mean tweets.
Well, this guy's going to kill you if he doesn't get reelected. So actually, they're kind of telling you to elect him, otherwise you're going to die, I guess.
Well, exactly. And I'll tell you what, if Biden does get reelected, it's over for this country. It's going to be a bloodbath, all right, but not by Trump.
I appreciate your call, Rob. Thank you. Let's go to Ann and Joshua. You're on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Hey, Ann.
Hey, okay, well, I'm conflicted about all this mess I want to say, but I need to say it all. I'm going to try to hit in the middle. Okay, the other day, after the bloodbath thing hit, Saturday morning or Sunday morning, the morning news, Will Cain and those guys, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but a lot of people that are listening do. Will Cain and Pete Hegseth on Fox News.
Yes.
Okay, one of them said to the other, or the other two, do you think that people will actually believe that he said that? This is when they were first starting to, spread it, talk about it every show. And Will said, just the stupid ones. And he wasn't being sarcastic or anything. He just said it very serious. The stupid ones will. And so what I think, here's the other part of my statement. What I think is their team, his go-getters, the ones that are out spreading all this mess, I think they must shoot for the lowest common denominator of human beings, because most people know what's going on, but there is a certain percentage that now seriously, they don't even connect the fact that who's in the White House has something to do with the bad economy and all the new foreigners in their town. They are so, I hate to say, they just don't educate themselves.
You know what? I want you to finish without being rushed. You're fantastic. Can you hold to finish off your statement coming up next?
Maybe if I can remember it, but yeah.
Stand by. You're on fire. Don't go anywhere. Plus, I got a lot more on this coming up next. And if you've missed all the hubbub, we'll play the quotes on the supposed bloodbath statement. And I've got more apocalyptic talk from the Bidens and the Democrats up next on the Chris Crock Show on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM 93.3.